Click. Alrighty. Welcome to the PSBS, that's the PlayStation Bull Session Podcast. I'm your host, Cody, PSN Bye Boys. My co-host here is...
Andrew Arenas, double Liz.
Yes, and here we are on episode 49, almost to 50.
49. Yes.
Yep. 1 week away from 50. Still have no idea what we're going to do, if we're going to do anything special for episode 50.
I think we're gonna do something special for episode 50.
We'll try to come up with something.
Like at this point, I would already need to plan out things.
Yeah. Give away a $50 PSN card? No.
Oh,
that's not in our budget.
That's not in our budget. If I was making money, maybe.
Yeah, if this was, a profitable podcast, but not currently. No, it's a little out of our budget right now, but
I think something that might be worth more than a $50 PSN card is maybe you guys coming over to the show, and that'll last forever.
Last forever. Be a permanent part. Live in the history of the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll try to come up with something maybe. But with that, though, we are currently at episode 49, so we have to tackle episode 49 topics and stuff. So, which we have a lot to talk about this week. A lot of news came up this week, some interesting things. I'm trying to see where to begin. A lot of stuff this week. Let's start with some smaller things and work our way up. So, it was announced today, which is something we called, a week or two ago?
I think maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks.
I think it was 2 weeks. We called this. Sony announced a limited edition Uncharted 4 PS4 bundle.
There we go. My Uncharted 4 bundle.
Yeah, yes. Launching April 26th. That's what we said. Sony's biggest game since the launch of the PS4. It has to have a bundle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here it is. It comes in a gray-blue color. It's got Drake plastered on the top. It says Uncharted printed in gold. You get this awesome dark gray blue controller. Comes with Uncharted 4, but it only has a 500 gig hard drive, which is really weird, but whatever.
Considering, that game is already going to take up some space.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think of the console design?
I think it's neat. I mean, it is very simplistic. It's nothing too special. I mean, it's just Drake on the front, but I do love the color. The color is great on it.
Yeah, I think the color is really neat. I mean, it's appropriate for all the other color, the kind of color they're going for here with Uncharted 4, the whole central theme. I think it's neat. The controller looks neat.
Yeah, and the controller will be sold separately, actually starting next month, so you can get the controller a month before the system.
It's just going to remind myself every time when I play on my PS4 that I don't have Uncharted.
I mean, not like it says Uncharted on the controller.
I know, but I know what I'm buying it for.
I mean, I don't know if the dark gray blue color is synonymous with Uncharted, where it's like, oh man, Uncharted,
Uh-huh. And then a headset. Did you mention the headset?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there'll be a new headset with the same coloring, the dark gray blue, to go with all this, so you can really deck yourself out.
And a sound pack.
Ooh, and a sound pack for it, yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to make neat. The sound packs that Sony always makes are pretty neat for some third-party and first-party games.
Yeah.
Until Dawn has one.
Oh yeah, Until Dawn has a sound pack. Haven't tried it though.
Yeah, and I'm excited, man. Uncharted 4 is just coming ever closer. This bundle affirms it. No more delays.
No, it's coming.
This is a bundle I called, even though I kind of wanted a little bit more extra. Here it comes. I wanted a little bit more extra in this bundle. Considering that the audience that it's for someone that doesn't have a PS4, I talked about, maybe having a Uncharted collection in there as a bonus.
Yeah.
Or, not having the Indiana Jones movies. That's silly. Just having, maybe something a little extra. In this limited edition.
You get a movie
console bundle. But then again, not too many limited edition console.
Yeah.
You get what?
Oh, you get a movie ticket for whenever the movie comes out. We're not sure when this movie's coming out, but when it does, you get a free ticket.
Speaking of the Uncharted movie, we actually have a question sent in about the Uncharted movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This one comes from Caleb, who back maybe 12 or 15 episodes ago asked us about the Life is Strange casting. Well, guess what? He asked
Ooh.
more about casting. Just on one character, though, so it's not
Oh,
going to take us long.
won't take as long.
Just on one character. So that means we don't have to elaborate on this one too much.
Elaborate.
He says, have you guys ever stopped and wondered who should be cast as Elena Fisher in the upcoming Uncharted movie? Ever stopped and wondered? Did you ever stop and wonder about that?
Stop and wonder. Well, a few episodes ago, maybe a little more than a few, we threw out who we thought should play as Drake.
Well, yeah.
I said, and then you kind of agreed. You're like, yeah, that's cool. I said Brent Dalton from
Brent Dalton.
from
Yeah,
Agents
exactly.
of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Because Until Dawn is his
and Until
audition
Dawn.
thing.
Yeah, basically. So he has ties with
people
Sony.
show him pictures of Drake on Twitter, and he always plays around about it.
Yeah.
He's all like, "Oh, they haven't called me about it yet."
Yeah. Like I said, I think he'd be good because he looks like he looks like the character, and he has that,
Yes.
and he has the charisma for it.
It's so strange because he plays the villain in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. And it's just gonna be such a different turn in this one, but I think it's gonna be that would be fantastic.
Yeah, and I mean
as opposed to going with someone older,
Yeah, and I mean he's at the right level of unknown right now to where like most people, like general audiences, won't really know him, so they'll only see him as Drake in the movie.
Yeah, so that kind of creates something different, where I think the surrounding cast around Drake does need to be kind of well known. I think, at least in my opinion.
But yeah, for the question at hand, who's going to play as Elena? Well, if David O. Russell was still in charge, it would have been Jennifer Lawrence, like 100%.
No, yeah. At least that's not happening, right?
No, David O. Russell has nothing to do with this movie anymore. I mean, Jennifer Lawrence would still be cool. I just don't know if she would kind of want to do that. I don't know how many big blockbusters she wants to do, like outside of the ones she's already tied to.
She would overshadow the main character.
Yeah, she really would, because the studio, like Sony, would feel more like obliged to put her in the center, like more almost like the lead,
Yeah,
which I feel kind of weird. Because I mean,
Elena's a central character. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
like, she's the love interest,
but she's not the main adventurer. And
who I think this is perfect for then, as opposed to Jennifer Lawrence, so that you can save your breath here. I think Kristen Bell would be a perfect choice to play Elena Fisher.
You don't think she's kind of old, kind of maybe a little tools? I mean, she doesn't look. She doesn't look old, but
no. And like the other day, I was watching that little viral video she made with her husband, and she was like in the jungle in Africa, and she was wearing like the same kind of like flannel outfit, not flannel outfit, like the little shirt outfit that Elena does, and people were all like, Elena Fisher, Elena Fisher, Elena Fisher. I'm like, you know what? Not just like looks the part, like the way she acts as well. I think it would work perfect. Like, because she already, I would throw on the picture, or you need to see the video too, because there's like one outfit she's wearing that's like the exact same outfit from like Uncharted 2 when she's about to drop off Drake in the train. And I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
that would work well. I don't know who else though that would be able to, because she's a well-known star, not too, she doesn't like headline films. I think it'd be perfect. I mean,
yeah.
People know.
I know. I'm just trying to think of another name to throw out there. I mean, maybe, but I don't know.
I think.
Like, so. I mean, how old is she supposed to be, Elena, in the games?
Elena? I thought Elena would maybe be kind of like in her 30s.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I mean,
right? And Kristen Bell's like 35 or something, like in her mid 30s.
Maybe.
So.
I mean,
I don't think there'll be a problem with that.
I don't know how old Brent Dalton is, because in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he's an adult, but in like Until Dawn, he's supposed to be like a senior in high school or something.
Oh, he's got to be in his 30s. I don't think he's in his 20s.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like in that game, he's playing a high school student. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't think. He's in his 30s.
Get if they want to if Sony were like commit and just get all like comic book shows, get Brent Dalton for Drake, and get the girl who plays a Supergirl to be Elena. Just
What's
get
the
comic book.
Bendless?
Yeah.
I don't think that would work. But I don't think she.
I don't know.
I don't.
I'm just thinking of comic book shows off the top of my head. Like
Yeah,
get all
I
comic book
mean,
actors.
that's been all the rage of like
Yeah, it
having
is.
comic book characters. Well, I mean, but let's face it here, because now even when you look at the Academy Awards for like all the presenters that come up, I'm like every single one of them is like in a comic book movie. It's pretty ridiculous. It's like, oh, Ben Affleck gave you the Oscar for Best Picture. Batman gave it to me. I mean, it's just like a thing at this point. But I would not really approve of Melissa Benoist playing as Elena Fisher.
It
Honestly. No.
no, you think I'm just think of every blonde hair actress that pops in my head.
Yeah.
It's like,
Because there's a lot of them.
yeah,
I think Kristen Bell will work.
maybe.
Yeah. I think so.
I don't know. Get what's her name?
Mm.
Margaret Robbie, since she's already basically playing that kind of character in Tarzan. It's like, oh, you're the female character in an adventure movie.
She took me out of it.
Yeah, I mean that's just me throwing names.
She's too tall.
She's too tall.
Well, I only say tall because like in all the movies that she says, she's always like wearing heels. So maybe without the heels, because Elena doesn't wear heels. Because
Well, at least in the Tarzan movie, she's playing with a guy who's like super tall, so there's no way she's like taller than him.
But like Elena's like not even. She's kind of actually short compared to Drake's like stature. So you got to think about that too.
Hmm.
So, because like you see like when Elena like is around Drake, like Elena's like only like maybe like what up to this like chest.
Yeah,
something.
And we gotta think who Sony kind of wants for Drake and kind of picture that, because word leaked out that apparently they offered the role to Chris Pratt and he said no. He passed on it. And then, and then there was still other reports saying that they're still at one point were considering Mark Wahlberg, and I'm just like, no.
Oh my god, no. Please no.
But right now I have no idea who they're considering, because it's kind of like one of the things where like I gotta know who Drake is and then kind of just picture who would be in that age range to kind of go with him, on screen.
I don't think they get Mark Wahlberg because Mark Wahlberg, he's pretty backed up, like he's going to be pretty busy these next few years because if he's going to be in the new Transformers movie, which I think, he's going to be, and then the $1 billion Man. I think he's going to be pretty busy. I don't think he's going to be in Uncharted.
Yeah, I don't.
Now, Chris Pratt, that's something that is not surprising.
It's not surprising, and it's not that he couldn't do it. It just feels like almost too easy of casting, because that's just kind of what he's doing right now.
Like he's been playing those kind of characters, But
that's adventure.
Like the same thing. Back in the day, that was like Harrison Ford. That was that go-to guy too, because all the stuff he was being cast for. Like Star Wars. Granted, they're all Lucas films. So like Star Wars, American Graffiti, and then Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
So it's almost that kind of like coincidence too, with like 3 separate studios actually. So Universal for Jurassic World, Marvel for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna be busy.
Uncharted.
Yeah, and he's gonna be busy.
Yeah, he's gonna be busy too.
He's got Guardians of the Galaxy 2 filming right now, and
also stuff like that.
The sequel to Jurassic World. So.
And Lego Movie.
Well, his voice acting. He can do that in between his breaks of Guardians of the Galaxy and Jurassic World sequel.
Oh no!
I hope they don't just call it Jurassic World 2. I think that's like the lamest name they can call it if they just call it Jurassic World 2.
What, you want it to be like what it was for like every Jurassic Park sequel? It can't be named 2. It has to be a subtitle.
The Lost.
So when the third one comes around,
the Lost Jurassic World. That's what they're gonna.
But I digress. I'm strongly behind Kristen Bell playing Elena Fisher any day. Hopefully that any day isn't like 5 years from now, and then we don't have anyone else.
I think. Well, honestly, I honestly think though, like when the best choice kind of would be Jennifer Lawrence, but like you said, it would just overshadow the film.
Yes. Oh, yeah, because she has higher star power than Brent Dalton.
I know, but I said, I think she'd be great for the role and it works. But like you said, she would overshadow the film, and Sony would
because like I imagine like the way the casting for this Uncharted movie works is kind of like Star Wars, where it's like these 2 main actors, because Kristen Bell doesn't have headline films. I mean, not really. So like you would have the old man character Sully be like kind of a well-known actor. Now I'm not going to answer who would play that because I don't have anyone in my head right now. But, because by then Alec Guinness was already like a well-renowned actor at that time. Well, he still is, but like and because the three and Star Wars weren't really that well known at the time, so that's how I kind of imagine the Uncharted casting to kind of go down, kind of like the original Star Wars. Yeah. So, can they make it as good as the original Star Wars? That's to be seen.
No.
Because this movie has been in development hell.
It's been hell. It's not just in hell. It's like in the 9th circle of hell or something. It's like the 7th or 8th circle of hell. I don't know.
No, the sad thing is it's not even a hell at this point. I think it's just stuck in purgatory forever.
No.
So, I don't know. But speaking of movies, also we got some TV ads for the Ratchet and Clank movie.
Oh.
So, it's happening.
It's happening. Yeah, it's coming.
I'm so excited. Yes, it looks fantastic so far. I cannot wait. Seeing it day one.
Day one.
Cannot wait. We'll see the Sheeps and Ratchet and Clank meeting for the first time, and it's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, get to play the reboot game.
And then play the reboot game. Like, oh my gosh, dude, I'm gonna be set.
Yep. But yeah. All right.
Anyways,
yeah. Speaking of not playing games,
not playing games.
It was announced this week that game Dust 514 is going offline on May 30th on PS3.
It's really Dust 514.
514, whatever. 514, 514, A24 films, A24 films. Who cares?
It's generally how you pronounce it, like how people have been saying it in videos and like all that. And, like it's usually Dust 514.
514. Okay. So how do you say A20? Do you say A24 or do you say A24?
Generally how the press speak to people around A24, it's generally A24.
It's A24 because I say A24, and I've had a teacher tell me it was A24. I'm like, I don't know. A24.
No, it's not. Generally, like the press that talk to like A24's representative, it's A24.
A24. Okay, because my teacher says A24, and it just pisses me off. I'm like, that don't sound right.
Well, because I was like watching like press junkets for like Room, and like they say A24, so I'm pretty reaffirmed that that's it, or else they would have wanted to correct, unless they're saying their company name like all wrong.
Yeah, like TT Games. That's different.
I mean, like TT Games, but
Traveler's Tales.
Yeah, tell your professor you might need watch a little bit more outside stuff about A24 functions.
But anyway, the topic at hand is that Dust 541 is going offline on PS3 on May 30th, 2016. So in about 3 months, something like that. It's going offline.
Quite the notification, and then like all the stuff with the currency, I guess, or whatever. You can't like buy any more stuff.
Yeah, the store is shut down. You can't buy anything now in the game. If you have some currency though, you can still spend it, but you can't buy anymore. So I mean, it's always sucks when a game goes offline, because this is just something that obviously some people are playing out there. Because, I don't want to make it sound bad, because, yes, this game is very much a niche shooter, Well,
it was just because, like, all the hype, because they jumped on this, like, way too late. Like, they were trying to make this, like, a big thing, remember, right? Mm-hmm. And it just never took off. So, like, I'm not too upset about it, because I don't think too many people were on. Yes, I understand there were probably a legion of people playing it, but it didn't take off like the way it was supposed to, I think.
Yeah,
so it's a shame.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
Yeah, I tried it for a bit. I couldn't get into it. But like I said, it just sucks anytime you hear about a game just completely going offline. Like, you can't play this anymore, And there's people out there who put a lot of time into this,
CCP, they need to move on. So they need to.
Well, they're working on that. Was it Valkyrie Eve for VR? So there's that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie, yeah. Gotta.
Because you were like mixing it up. You're all like Valkyrie Eve.
Valkyrie Eve. Okay, no, the franchise is called Eve, and then this game is called Valkyrie in the Eve franchise. There you go. Because this was.
Are you going to say every CCP game incorrectly?
Yes, I will. Dust 541 is in the Eve franchise. That's why it's called Eve Dust 541. Okay, so that's why it's called Eve Valkyrie. There you go.
There you go. I'm happy now. So it's just whatever. They should have just. Not shut it down a long time ago. It's just what it is. They never managed to take it off. Them or Sony, because I remember back like a few E3s ago at this point, like. how they were like talking about it, right? Like the new partnership with like CCP and like Sony, and like, oh my god, right? Like,
And wasn't
but
and wasn't it supposed to be like a big thing where they were like, oh, it's going to be on Vita and PS4, and it's going to be crossplay between those things and the PC version,
yeah,
and then
something
like
like that. Yeah,
they did
probably.
something like that, and none of that happened. Like
No, it didn't.
The Vita version never happened. Instead it became a companion app on Vita. That's all.
Either that or just like all the promises, like they were like lining up for this, like on PlayStation to like be huge. It just didn't happen clearly. So you know, but yeah, it is unfortunate when a game goes offline. Don't get me wrong, but you know, life moves on. In the words of Donald Trump, go on.
In the words of Jurassic Park, life finds a way.
Yes, and life also does find a way as well, according to whatever his name is.
Malcolm. Jeff
Malcolm's
character.
Sorry, I didn't. I didn't recently play Jurassic World.
I've been playing Lego Jurassic World. That's how I know the characters' names. Like, there's so many characters in that I didn't even know even had a name. I don't know if TT like invented names for these guys or what, but like all these like random things had names. And I was like, okay, I didn't know that.
Maybe they were like in the script.
Maybe.
Replay.
Maybe. All right. Where to go? Oh, you mentioned the Ratchet and Clank movie.
Yes, the Ratchet and Clank movie.
Forgot to take that segue. That's happening. But you know what almost happened?
Well,
Insomniac recently said, talking about the Ratchet and Clank movie, said that we came pretty far with the Resistance movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, they said Insomniac said one of the first things they actually tried working on to get a movie going was Resistance. They tried really hard to get a Resistance movie going with Sony, and it just faltered out because it's Insomniac. They're a game studio, and it was kind of their first try going into a film development, to contribute. So it just kind of didn't work out because the budget was getting kind of big, and they kind of put off making a movie, and then ultimately they made the Ratchet and Clank movie because it was a little easier for them because it was animated. It was still in the realm of what they know how to do, kind of contribute and do that. But yeah, they came really close to doing a Resistance movie, they said, but it ultimately just didn't pan out.
I'm not surprised that they had an attempt at doing this. I mean, the evidence was already kind of clear because they wanted to make Resistance a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
They had like all the lore and stuff, like with all the comic books, the books, the regular books, and like some of the I already said comics, and then like the live action trailer, like they had for the third game.
Mm-hmm.
So evidence was already kind of clear, like maybe they wanted to go into film, but yeah, I mean, just attempts at them maybe just didn't work, and then they also had the promotion in Battle of Los Angeles, but that was just for the game.
Yeah.
It would have been a really neat movie, though.
Yeah, I mean,
given the right direction and the right
yeah.
hands, it would have been a fantastic movie.
Oh yeah, because the game definitely has potential to be a film, at least a film franchise.
Yeah.
But I mean, we say that with every game, and then ultimately what we get is not what we want.
Nope.
Film-wise, because we same thing with Uncharted. Uncharted has so much potential to be a good movie, and
but like it just never gets off the ground, and it's very somehow complicated with nowadays with all the technology that we have and like all the money that's
why we're holding out hope for those. That's why we're holding out hope for Warcraft and Assassin's Creed, man. We're hoping those two movies change
Warcraft.
the game.
We'll have to see about Warcraft little by little.
I've already talked about Warcraft in detail. The summary is I think the movie will be good, but it will absolutely flop financially.
Yes, it will. Yeah, It's gonna be like I see it in the prediction, like in December as I'm like cozying up and like reading like my articles on my laptop, like some of the biggest flops in 2016. Now, like you said, I agree with you. Like Warcraft's not going to be like that bad kind of flop. But it's just going to flop.
Yeah, I think critically,
I
think it will do well, but financially it will flop. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I just don't see it. I'm starting to like get a problem where it's like. I just don't see this like being a movie that people are going to rush out and see. Like it looks great, don't get me wrong, but like something about it is just very. I wish I could describe it, but it just like me and my brother were talking about this. Just something about it like spells flop a little bit to me. Like either if the story or something and it's not great, like if it's good, like you're saying, right? Like which I have faith that it will be. But like if it's good, but like it's nothing like fantastic or to go like really tell people about,
I mean, even if it's my thing is I think it's going to flop because I mean, like I said, even if it's good, That's going to get people to go see it. But the
Yeah, but
problem
some.
is the budget is so huge for it that there's just no way they're going to get that money to cover that because it's coming out in a very crowded time in the summer. Like it's coming out 1 week after Ninja Turtles 2, 2 weeks after X-Men Apocalypse and Alice Through the Looking Glass, and it's coming out the same day as The Conjuring 2 and Now You See Me 2, two sequels to two films that were like sleeper hits in the summers those came out.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
So it's kind of going up against all these like surefire hits,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's just
so
a
it's
big,
like at this point, like I see it like a number 3 at the box office that weekend.
I mean,
But I would love to be wrong.
yeah, maybe it'll do better. Or hell, international box office might
Yeah,
save this film
that too.
because it could do big overseas. It's to be seen.
Maybe
But
I see it like doing well like in the UK areas and like in
yeah,
Asia.
so it's one of those things where like even if it's really good, but it bombs financially, I think that will still encourage studios to kind of go, well, hey, look, you can make at least a good video game movie. Just don't spend $200 million on it.
One that's like in the 70% range at least. In
Yeah,
Tomatoes or
and
something,
then
please.
Assassin's Creed's the other end of it, where it's like,
Yeah,
I
that one.
hope it's good. I mean, we'll be getting a trailer next month with Batman
Yeah,
vs
that's
Superman.
great. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh my god.
So we're gonna get a first look at the game movie and see if that's any good, and then hopefully it does well at the box office. It's coming out 1 week after Star Wars Rogue One, so we'll see how it can hold up. Coming out in December, so like I said, hopefully these do well and they're good. They have to be at least good critically. I think even if they don't quite hit the mark financially, I think as long as they're both critically well received, that will still encourage studios to kind of go, yeah, maybe we can do better, and put out quality movie games.
Always room to do better.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of same with the comic book movies. They kind of were on a decline for a while, and then it was the 1-2 punch of like Dark Knight and Iron Man and all that just revived the comic book genre, and they kept putting out quality since then for the most part.
Yeah, it's just a thing that with those two, but those were like damn good. They weren't just like good.
Yeah, and they made
At least in my personal opinion, like Iron Man and like Dark Knight were like they changed the face of the game.
and they made a crap ton of money opening weekend.
Yeah, they did. So it's like Warcraft already doesn't have one of those odds already with the crap ton of money.
Yeah.
So it's like then it better be a damn good movie then.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
We'll see.
Every time I see something about Warcraft, I'm just very not bitter. I'm a little bitter about it, but I want to be wrong.
Yeah.
Because I was in that boat before. Like I was very optimistic about Warcraft before, but like as I started seeing more stuff and like thinking realistically, and then like the stuff you were saying about like where it's hitting, it's just not lining up anymore, and I can't like defend it as much as I used to. So it kind of sucks.
And like you said, then we got the Ratchet and Clank movie coming out in April, and I mean, it has to be good, right? I mean, it's
God, I mean, really, if they're really gonna screw up what is basically one long cutscene of a game at this point, right?
Yeah.
So how? Like
I mean, you got the original developers writing the script, plus you got the original voice actors from the game. It's like you said, it's like a really long cutscene from the game. So how
it looks the same as the game? Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you screw that up? You can't, right?
Right? I hope not.
I
really don't know.
So I mean, what I'm excited for is that if Ratchet & Clank does really well, that will open the door for so much more animated video game movies, which I want to see. I think there's a lot of potential.
And then, like, hopefully that Sly Cooper one also gets. I mean, because I don't even feel like that one's off the ground. I felt like that was just a concept.
Yeah, I think that was just a concept trailer. I don't think they were really fully committed to it until after Ratchet & Clank comes out. Like, see how well that does.
That's what it felt like, right? Like because that PlayStation blog post, like what at this 2 years ago, almost, right?
Yeah. I think that was a concept. And then if Ratchet
because I was like hot off the heels of like the new Sly Cooper, and then they were like, "Hey, guess what? We're also gonna have a Sly Cooper movie one day."
One day, if Ratchet & Clank does well.
Yeah, exactly, right? So we'll see. I have faith in Ratchet.
Yeah, because that Sly Cooper movie looked awesome. I love that
concept. Yeah, the little bit right there. Yeah, the little bit
they showed. Yeah, because I know some people were like talking about like the character designs looked weird. I don't know. I thought Sly looked awesome. Like his like somewhat realistic kind of design. I thought it looked really cool.
Well, because here's the thing, because Ratchet and Clank was able to keep their stuff intact because, like I said, it's just like at this point, it's just like one long cutscene for
Yeah.
Ratchet. But like with
Sly Cooper, it's a little harder.
It's not up to that. Yeah, it's not that level.
Yeah, because it's like this comic
That's
book.
just a testament how good the Insomniac games look. Because like they're able to make like movie quality
and
stuff.
Then, and then if that's like, I wonder if that Sly Cooper movie comes out, they're going to reboot the first game and some like high graphics or something.
Hell, I'd be so down for that.
Even though they haven't finished the current franchise.
That's up to Sanzaru or someone else.
Oh God, they're done. They are done. Thieves in Time. I like Thieves in Time. It's just the ending, man. I'm like, really?
Yeah, the ending. I know.
And then that means probably what's going to happen too. If this Sly Cooper movie does actually come out, they're probably going to do some type of reboot of the first game, like Ratchet and Clank, and then it's going to be like, what? Like, what happened to the first game? And then, oh God, they're going to do like some like the Flash thing, and they're going to be like, oh, time reality, and these are alternate realities, and I'm like, what? Like, Sly Cooper's going to a whole new level.
Another Earth.
Earth 2 with Sly Cooper.
An Earth 2 Sly Cooper. Is he evil?
I don't know.
We'll see.
Well, it's debatable. I mean, he's already a thief to begin with. Whether or not that makes him evil, but he is a thief, so he technically is a criminal.
Wherever you place your morals.
So we shall see.
Anyways,
yeah, let's move on to some other news. Speaking of games based on movies. So...
More?
Yeah, more. So... A report came out this week, and reports are weird. They're like kind of rumors, but official kind of, but not really. I don't know what a report technically is. But one came out this week saying that Activision is currently working on a Ghostbusters video game based on the upcoming movie.
Yeah.
Now, and that was really it. They just said that a Ghostbusters game's in development for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It'll be coming out this summer around the time of the movie. And supposedly it's inspired by the success of the first game that came out back in 2009.
Oh my God.
Developed by Atari.
A long time ago.
Yeah. Now, here's the funny thing about this. So, Activision was originally supposed to publish the Ghostbusters
Yes, they were.
from 2009. And guess what? They canceled the game. The game was pretty much done, and they still canceled it. Because Activision did some kind of stupid thing. I don't know. Because it was that and Brutal Legend.
Because Activision is just weird.
Yeah, because they canceled that game, Brutal Legend, and a couple other games that they were like pretty much done, and they canceled them. And then
EA, that was like the sea of like canceled games that they did.
Yeah, and then EA picked up Brutal Legend, and Atari picked up Ghostbusters. Now, Atari's not a company anymore, right?
Not a game publisher.
Not a game publisher. So I guess the rights went back to Activision since they're apparently developing this game. Now,
yeah.
Now here's the thing about this game. I want to set everybody's expectations for this.
Yeah, so then it's not like, oh my God, it's Ghostbusters a video game too.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying in the comments. Like, yeah, I hope it's like a spiritual sequel to the last game. You know, that style of gameplay. Maybe make your own character and da. I'm like,
oh my God.
Now,
God.
I would love for that to happen. I would love for that to happen. But
yeah, because I love that Ghostbusters game from 2009.
Oh yeah,
that's basically Ghostbusters 3.
There you go. Yeah, the original cast.
That's the only Ghostbusters 3 you're gonna get, unfortunately now.
Yep.
But anyways,
it's a good game. Now, I would love to be proven wrong, and that's what we get. But let me give you realistically what we're probably going to get. So back in 2012. Activision dumped out 2 movie games that had no advertising, no preview cycle. Just here you go, and most websites didn't even review these games because they were just dumped. One was Battleship: The Movie, The Game, was developed by Activision, well, published by Activision. That was based on the Battleship movie, and it was this like first-person shooter, threw in some tactical stuff, and it was crap. IGN may or may not have reviewed that one. I remember the X-Play review because X-Play was still a thing at the time, and they gave it like a 1 out of 5. And it was one of those things that was just thrown out at the time of the Battleship movie. And like I said, most people didn't really review it because they didn't get review copies, or it just wasn't promoted. It was no preview cycle, nothing. So there's that. And the other one, which is probably along the lines of what this is going to be, was a Men in Black 3 tie-in game. A Sony movie, getting a game from Activision. It was Men in Black, Aliens in Crisis or something like that. And it it was it was like a, I don't know if it was like on rail shooter or something, but I know it had move support, and you just shoot out aliens and stuff. And IGN never even reviewed this game. They never got a review copy. There was no preview cycle. A lot of people didn't review this, and this was just some game that was dumped out, to tie in with the movie. So this is what I'm thinking is going to happen with this Ghostbusters game. Is that it's basically going to be this one, like these two games I just mentioned. It's just going to be dumped
Oh,
out.
I was surprised you didn't say Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No, maybe Spider-Man 2 at least had some type of like hype and
Thing
preview
going
window.
for it.
Huh?
Beanox,
Beanox,
because they, yeah. Okay, fine.
No, but I
Okay,
mean, no, that had at least some type of hype and like preview cycle kind of build up to it. But like, no, these two games like Battleship and Men in Black were just dumped out with nothing behind it. No marketing, no advertising, nothing. Just here you go, and they were crap, And if this Ghostbusters game really is coming out in July, 5 months from now, and I mean, well, granted, we haven't even got a first look at the movie yet.
Nope.
So
Not until the end of this month.
yeah, so it would be really weird to put out like trailers for the game, even though we haven't even had any trailer for the movie yet. So maybe that could be something why we haven't got a game trailer yet, because obviously we need the movie first. But either way, it still feels like I don't think they're going to put out a big budget kind of game in 5 months and just be like, here you go. I think it's going to be just some kind of shovelware dump thing. Like, here you go. It's a Ghostbusters game. It's got, I don't know if they have move support, but it's like, here you go.
No, this might be a really ridiculous question, but do you think that Activision's even at the room at this point to even make a game like that anymore?
I mean, if they got the license, they just figure, hey, let's just do this, I mean, they did it with Tony Hawk. They said, screw it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. I just don't want it to happen to Ghostbusters, another one of my favorite franchises.
Yeah. Like I said, I would love to be proven wrong, but that's the expectations I'm trying to set for you guys.
So then, freak it out like, oh my god, it's going to be Ghostbusters 2!
Yeah. Ghostbusters
I wish.
The game.
You got Bill Murray and everyone back, right? I mean, that's a hypothetical, but then again, you would want to be promoting the new movie.
Yeah, it's supposed to be tying in with the new movie, but...
Or is it just, better yet, man, if it's not even something that's not even retail.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
That's it. Think about that possibility, too.
Yeah, it could be that, too, just something digital.
I don't think Activision has even put out a downloadable-only game in a while, though.
I mean, they did put out that... no, that was probably Atari again, but they also did that other Ghostbuster game, the Spectrum of Slime or whatever, which was a downloadable PSN game, and that one got terrible reviews.
Yeah. It's the top-down game. I don't know. We'll see. There's so many possibilities that you can do with Ghostbusters. But, I mean, we still all know the 2009 one is still fantastic. Well,
if you
haven't even played that yet.
Well, yeah, if you haven't played 2009 one, go play that. And if you want to play a recent thing, go get Lego Dimensions expansion pack.
Wait, dude. The fire alarm.
The fire alarm?
Stop it.
All right, we're back on. Slight snag there.
Kind of a bit snag, but it's okay.
I mean, it was a fire alarm, fire drills. You got to make sure you know what to do when the building's on fire.
Well, I just wait for Spider-Man to save me, right?
Spider-Man comes save you from fires and stuff.
Yeah, and then have an awkward scene with Green Goblin.
Screaming at you.
Yeah, I mean that was an awkward part of the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, but that's just Sam Raimi's horror elements coming in from
yeah, exactly right. And then when they're sitting on that rooftop,
yeah,
I'm never gonna forget when I first watched that how ridiculous that even looked back then, and even now it just looks ridiculous.
Well, I remember thinking that, but then as I got older and started really knowing film and understood oh well, this is just how Sam Raimi makes his movies,
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a staple, but it's like when we talk about the J.J. Abrams staple, Star Wars. This is Sam Raimi's staple in Spider-Man. And
yeah,
it's funny. It's funny. It's not bad or anything because I still love the first two Spider-Mans. But...
Oh.
Anyways,
yeah. What we were talking about was that the Ghostbuster game will probably be a crappy shovelware tie-in. That's the summary of that. But we would love to be proven wrong.
Or a digital-only game.
Digital-only game. Yeah.
Could be anything.
Love to be proven wrong, but that's just the expectations we're going to set upon ourselves and for you.
Or just play the Lego Dimensions Ghostbusters.
That's what I was getting at. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, go play the new Lego Dimensions level pack. You can go get. It
Was it
costs
level
30.
pack or fun pack?
It's a level. No, it's a level pack. You get to play a level from the movie.
Cost $30.
Yeah, it costs $30. Some expensive
Damn.
DLC.
It doesn't even have that many trophies.
Mm.
They
But
really don't. Like, there's only like 3 trophies in them.
speaking of trophies, oh boy.
More trophies.
So I don't know if you heard about this, but this is very
Mm.
disappointing.
Oh, what are you gonna throw out?
Firewatch is coming soon,
Yes, next week.
next week, and the trophy list came out for Firewatch.
Uh huh.
There is
What's
no
up?
platinum.
I kind of.
There's no,
I didn't expect. I mean, I kind of expected, but okay,
there's no platinum, and there's only 5 trophies in the game,
great.
and they're story related.
So it's just like a straight playthrough.
Yeah, 5 trophies.
Now, can I ask the developers? Did they not give a damn about trophies?
I assume not.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
I mean,
Considering, like, it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive, and at least console exclusive, and
yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where
Especially-
like, well, I think with Firewatch, I don't think there's any like decision moments in the game. I think it's kind of more straightforward, like going with the narrative. Um,
yeah, and I don't know if there's like really anything that much that you can like do with Firewatch that would really,
encourage like, oh,
yeah,
do this and get a
different.
trophy.
Yeah, exactly right. So maybe it's like
But
one
I
of those
mean,
kinds. So maybe that first assumption, is false.
but I mean, even if you look at something like Walking Dead or something where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, look, beat the game and you get a platinum.
Hmm.
I mean, they could have done something like that, but I just don't know what they kind of wanted because, I mean, again, this might just fall on like you said, maybe the developer just not caring about trophies. Because we've seen that where developers just really do not care about the trophies. Like that is like their least favorite thing, and they just have to put it in. And they just put
The
whatever
order.
in there. Huh?
The order.
No, I
Even
was
though
thinking,
it had trophies. Don't get me wrong, but like it was very just lazy.
yeah. No, I was thinking more like an example was like Don't Starve, because
Yeah.
the developers straight up said on Twitter or something like, we don't like trophies and we put these in because we had to, and the trophies were very basic. Unlock this character, unlock this character, unlock this character. And you only unlock characters through just playing the game. Um, and there's no platinum or nothing like that. And then there's that one trophy for like building a trophy in the game, like, oh, you feel happy for yourself, something like that. Like they just really don't like trophies.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing. I mean, so that means basically Firewatch is just kind of going to be just a straight playthrough game.
Yeah, because I mean that's it. There's nothing. There's gonna be no real incentive to go back because you're gonna have 100% once you beat it.
Yeah, so it'll just be like the experience.
Yeah, because I mean, even Gone Home, like I keep saying, there's at least that one trophy for beating it under minutes. So there's that to go for when you do another playthrough, or finding all the there's like collectibles or something like that you can find in the game. You can do that and unlock commentary and whatnot. So there's still stuff to unlock in Gone Home. But for
Yeah, it just
Firewatch,
worries me. So like, there's nothing else to Firewatch that I can do that would incentivize the trophy in any kind of way.
I guess not. Just playing the game. And I mean, I'm
It's a
still
lot.
excited for Firewatch. It's just
Okay, yeah, that's that aside. I mean, it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's just a small thing.
because trophies shouldn't really be a determinant of whether or not you buy the game. It's just disappointing to see that.
Yeah, and
it
if you
does-
want to get like a straightforward platinum, there's like freaking 10 Telltale ports to
Yeah. Because I mean,
to satisfy you.
there's always that argument, about, oh, trophies don't matter. I'm like, I wouldn't say trophies don't matter. I mean, they shouldn't hurt a game, but they could help a game.
Well, I mean, we see it. I mean, like, imagine like if those PS2 classics on PS4 didn't even have trophies. Like, who cares? But now that they do,
Yeah, like that's a little more sense to go and play it because you add to your trophy collection. But I mean, trophies do add replay value to games. I mean, like I said, look at Gone Home. If it would have been straightforward like this, then I would already have 100%, and I wouldn't ever go back and play it again. But there is still trophies for me to get, so there is a reason for me to go back and play that. Same thing with any game. Pretty much any game, if you don't have the platinum, there is still a reason for you to go back because you don't have the platinum. There is still more to do, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Whether you want to do it or not, that's to be seen, but there is something more for you to do, you know?
Now, these achievements for Firewatch have got to be the same for like Steam too, so
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be any different.
Yeah. So there's that. Oh, and they also said that Firewatch will launch. It's 20. The game's $20, but if you have PlayStation Plus, it's $17.99, so you get a 10% discount
The first one.
for the first week. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, no, that price is fine.
Yeah. Just like I said, just let you guys know going into it. I don't want it to be like me where I bought War of the Monsters and I was so disappointed after I bought War of the
Monsters. It wasn't
Monsters.
up yet because it was new.
Yeah, I was so excited when I saw War of the Monsters and stuff. Like, yeah, War of the Monsters. I love that game. I'm going to download it. I'm going to get the
You put it up and you see the trophy list and you're like, son of a...
Yeah, I buy it and I'm so excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm totally gonna get the platinum in this. I download it and I check the trophies as I'm downloading and I'm like, no platinum. I'm like, what? And there's only like 10 trophies.
It's like only games that are $15.
Yeah, if you buy a $15 game, they have platinums, but if you buy a $10 game like War of the Monsters, there's no platinum. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, I mean, it just put me off. Like, oh, like there's no platinum because I wanted to get a platinum in this, you know. And I mean, but there's still trophies for unlocking all the characters, unlocking all the mini games. So there's still these trophies for doing everything, but there's no like grand, like, yes, I have the platinum in this, you know, to add. And I'm just like, it's just that disappointed me, you know.
But you have the 100%.
Yeah, well, I don't have it. I don't have the 100%, but I can get it, you know.
You can because you 100% the game before.
Yeah.
So
I can't.
It's just you can't.
But
it's
yeah,
just a matter if you will.
I will. Yeah. But yeah, that was really disappointing, Bo. So this is a heads up to you guys for Firewatch.
Firewatch next week, but I'm excited as hell for it.
Yeah, just so you know going into it, you know, just to give you that forewarning, there's no platinum, and you're not going to get a big trophy boost out of this.
No. If you want that trophy boost, play other games.
Yeah, Telltale games are always good.
Are always ones, because there's like a dozen ports for like all of their games, and you can get multiple platinums in all of them. No word if we'll get Tales of Borderlands or Game of Thrones on Vita.
Oh yeah, they usually come to Vita, but we'll see about these.
Come on, Vita.
Come on, Vita.
But I don't know. Maybe they would need to appeal to Japanese people in order to have them come out.
Yep. But anyway. But, like I said, with the Firewatch launching next week, you get a PlayStation Plus discount. Yeah. And speaking of PlayStation Plus and next week, Sony announced that starting this Tuesday on February 9th, you can vote for next month's free PlayStation Plus game. The voting is back. Because
finally, because someone asked about that.
Yeah, because they said it wouldn't be a month-to-month thing. It would be every so often it would pop up, and it's back.
Oh. Yeah, it's back. Ruins the mystery of what the game will be, but that's okay. We get to pick what game we want.
Yes, and your choices include Action Hink, Assault Android Cactus, and Broforce.
Broforce. None of these are like.
Well, out of these three,
getting me excited.
Well, out of these three, the one I would vote for, and the one I endorse. You guys go vote for this.
Broforce.
No.
What?
Broforce is another 8-bit co-op side scroller. Do you want another one of those for free?
Just like what was that one?
Mercenary Kings.
Oh god, I hated Mercenary Kings. Sorry guys. I know there's not too many games of Mercenary Kings, but I hated Mercenary Kings. It was such a dumb game.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I'm tired of 8-bit side scrollers on PlayStation 4. Like, just stop it.
Like, it's done.
Like, if you're going to give me one, give me Shovel Knight, but...
Yeah, Shovel Knight.
give me Shovel Knight. Don't give me any of this.
Or Axiom Verge.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But Axiom Verge is different, though.
Yeah, I mean, other than Shovel Knight, which I haven't played yet, but I'd be willing to play it. But other than Shovel Knight, I'm just done. Don't give me any more 8-bit side scrollers. I don't care. So don't vote for Broforce, people.
Yeah, I mean, I know what's good for me. At least it's not like Grow Home.
No.
I don't know. Oh well, I should say let you say what game, but none of these
Yeah.
games are exciting me.
Well, I want Action Hank because it sounds cool. It's Do's developer. It says puts you in a lighthearted racer where you run, jump, and yes, butt slide your way to host a toy room environments past their prime action figures. So you're interacting with action figures. Stuff sounds awesome. With some sliding and stuff like that. Plus, it's Action Hank, which is a play on words from Action Hank, which was a character on Dexter's Laboratory.
Really?
Yeah. Dexter's Laboratory. Oh, that was on Dexter's Laboratory. His hero was Action Hank. He's like Action Hank. Action Hank has a beard, and beards are awesome. So he has that episode where he grows a beard to be like Action Hank. So I like that. I mean, this has to be a reference to that. Action Hank is too close to Action Hank for it to not be a reference to that.
I guess so.
It has to be. So
But you remember, there's always an artistic coincidence.
it's one letter off.
I don't know. Actually, it's just. It looks like that game that. I'm having trouble describing things today. That is just that should be free.
Well, there you go. You get to vote for it to be free.
I'm not very excited for it. I think you guys should just vote for Broforce.
God no.
So, two opposites of the coin. Sorry, I'm not a very good debater, but you should vote for Broforce.
It says Broforce,
things for your country.
described as, well, we don't know at the time, but Broforce, the game we wanted to cheer 80s era action heroes. Team of part sued, part homage to what now? Classic movies and classic games. Online co-op experience, over the top presentation.
Come on, it's already been out on Linux.
But I mean,
it's another 8-bit.
It's another 8-bit side scroller. I'm sorry.
Because like we had what was it? Time Force Heroes. Whatever that one was called.
Yeah, that was another free 8-bit side scroller.
And it's like, I never liked that game.
So it's like I said, I'm just done with these. And then what's the description for the other one? Assault Android Cactus. While the mechanics of twin stick shooter, it's a twin stick shooter, maybe familiar to many. Create a unique battery mechanic, fresh experience, stand out from the crowd. Supports share play. I'm like, doesn't every game support share play? Most of them.
Yeah, most of them.
It's weird that they highlight that. Like, oh, this has share play. I'm like, doesn't every game? But I don't know. Like I said, I just click Action Hank mostly for the name, and also because I don't want another 8-bit free game. So we'll see. We'll probably Broforce though.
I like that we're on opposite ends of what the.
Yeah, I don't want another 8-bit, but sadly, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to win.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's going to win. So Broforce. So I'm all for Broforce.
Oh, well, then I'll be the one complaining next month when we go over the winner.
I get a game that I don't like, then you get a game that you don't like.
Yep.
So it's like 50-50 for like PlayStation Plus voting to please us.
Oh, and Emmett's going to be on to tell me that I don't know what I want or don't know what's good for me or whatever.
Well, first of all, he has to know if the game's good. So he's got to play a little bit of Broforce because he played a little bit of Grow Home. Yeah. And I didn't like Grow Home. So you got to play at least a little bit of Broforce. So then he can tell you don't know what's good for you.
Yeah. So,
if he thinks that Broforce is good. So we'll see.
We'll see. But anyway, moving along. So another big announcement for this week. Big kind of sort of, depending on where your spectrum is. It was announced this week that they're making a Lego Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens, launching this June. Now, this is very interesting because, the Lego franchise started with Lego Star Wars. The first
back in the day.
Way back in the day, adapting the prequels. They followed it up with Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, the original movies. Then they followed it up with the complete saga, which combined the two games into one giant super game. And then they followed that up with Lego Star Wars 3 based on the Clone Wars series. And now we're getting this one. Now, here's the thing. So everyone was so sure that they were going to make a Lego game about the new movies. But That was the thing. Movies. People thought they were going to wait and adapt all the movies later. To see them take one movie and turn a whole game around one movie is a little curious, you know,
Yeah.
to see how much content's in the game. And like, I mean, you think if they're adapting one movie for this game, like it would like be a scene for scene reenactment of the movie, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, which would be great. I mean, no Lego game has really done that.
Yeah, it's always like highlights basically. Um,
But this, I mean, if it's like a scene by scene play, then cool.
yeah, I mean, this is coming out in June, so that's maybe around the time when the DVD's coming out, the Blu-ray. I would assume June, yeah, 6 months probably. Probably so. It's probably that's what it's tying with, maybe. Um, so yeah, I mean, this is interesting because it's just kind of weird because I just don't know because it's weird. Like it's the first time they're adapting just one single movie, and I don't really see because the last couple of games had some open world element to it, and I just don't see where they can put that in this game. You know,
Uh-huh.
so I don't know where that's going to be. And other interesting things is they say there's going to be original content, like levels based on original stories that aren't featured in the movie.
Oh,
Um, one of which they announced today is going to be the story of how C-3PO got his red arm.
that's awesome.
I guess that's what they mean by Phantom Limb. What they said, that's the mission.
The Phantom Lid.
Phantom Limb. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Kept you waiting, huh?
So we're gonna finally see why C-3PO has a red arm, and we're also gonna see when Han Solo captured those what they're called. Some with R Ragnos, those things on the ship. You know what I'm talking about?
Those monsters?
Yeah, those monster things he captured. He's like, oh, you know how hard these things are to catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can get to play the mission where he captured those things.
Yeah, that was always just strange in Star Wars Force Awakens when they were
So
flying the Millennium Falcon and then they so happened to come across Han and Chewie.
they didn't so happen; they tracked it.
Yeah, they did.
They said they had a tracker on the ship, and it came online once it started flying.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what are these guys doing?
Yeah. So this is really neat that there's actually some like canon lore that's only in this Lego game.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's like if you want the full lore of the new sequel trilogy, check out this Lego Star Wars game. It has some of it in there, you know, like because I mean it's just weird because like it's supposed to be almost like a parody of the movie because they add the jokes and stuff to it, and it's weird that there's gonna be these scenes of like real lore kind of.
Well, just like describe, just like kind of visually showing it.
I mean, like the C-3PO thing, like you would think
we
if
never
Lego,
had that portrayed.
yeah, I mean,
somewhere.
you would think with Lego Star Wars it'd be something funny, like, oh, you guys hand caught in like a toaster or something and ripped off, like that's something Lego Star Wars would do, but you can't make that like the official canon story of how C-3PO lost his arm, you know?
Like excuse me, in the Lego Star Wars
Yeah.
game,
Like
yeah,
he stuck his hand in a toaster and it got stuck, all right? So you had to rip it off and get a new one.
So that's just what happened.
The Lego Star Wars lore. Or like, oh god, and if they got something like, God, can you imagine if they did something like really intense, like you play the flashback with Luke and Kylo Ren and those like knights or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be insane if that was like, oh, if you want to see that full flashback, go play Lego Star Wars and play it. And I'm like, what? You know what I'm
I'm
talking
curious, like how many levels it would be. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I wonder how many like levels it would be.
about?
What questions?
A lot of questions to see. That's what they said too. Like TT was saying in an interview, they were like, one thing we're not allowed to do because they were talking about like these like little stories they're doing, and they said one's a C-3PO and one's the Han Solo one. They're like one story we couldn't do was anything to do with Ren. They said we're not allowed to do anything with Ren. Not Ray, sorry.
What's Ray?
Ray. I was thinking Kylo Ren, not Kylo Ren. Ray, sorry. Ray. They can't do anything with her. That's what they said. We can't add anything to her story.
Gee, I wonder why.
Oh. So they said that is completely off limits to us.
They know.
I know. So I mean, this is interesting to see how how it's gonna play out because it's one movie, and then now we're gonna know that for the next Star Wars movies, they're gonna get their own game. Episode 8's gonna get its own game. Episode 9's gonna get its own game. Rogue One's to be seen. Maybe that will be a DLC for 7, maybe, but we'll see. I don't know what they're gonna do with Rogue One. I mean, Rogue One is. Well, Rogue One will probably be a Battlefront DLC, is what I'm assuming. But they're going to do something with Rogue One. Rogue One has to get some type of game tie-in next year.
Just hopefully one that doesn't get canceled.
Yeah. Oh, like another game this week. That's another topic I'll move to in a second. Yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be something with Rogue One this year, whether it's Battlefront DLC, which I'm 90% sure that's going to happen. And then possibly, I don't think they're going to do a whole Lego game around Rogue One. I think maybe there'll be some type of DLC pack for Lego Star Wars, but we'll see. But yeah, so it's neat to see. Yeah, because I played a little bit of Lego Avengers this week. And that game's weird.
The game's weird.
The game's really weird. Like, the way they set up the story is super weird. Like, the first mission, you play the opening of Age of Ultron. And I'm like, okay. But then it does a flashback. Then after you beat the first mission to the opening of Age of Ultron, it's like, previously, and it cuts back to Avengers 1. Then you play the opening of Avengers 1. And you keep playing it until you get to the part where you're Steve, boxing in that gym. And then he's like, huh. And he has a flashback. And then you play like one mission in the first Avenger. Then it cuts back to the main Avenger storyline. And you keep going. And I'm like, so wait, that's it? That's all the Captain America First Avenger content is that one level?
I guess so.
Yeah, so they're not adapting the whole movie. They're just adapting that one level featured from First Avenger, which is weird. And then you keep going, and that's about as far as I got. But that was really weird. I was like, okay. And then the open world's weird. There is open world Manhattan, but there's no map. It's just like, it's weird. You get like this radar thing. There's no like full map you can pull up. At least I don't see one, because when I press the touchpad, it brings up like, do you want to go back to space? And that's where the level selector's at. And I'm like, no, I want to look at a map. There's no map option, so I can't just see how big the freaking Manhattan map is. Really weird. So basically what I'm saying is, based on my first impressions, no, it is not as good as Lego Marvel Heroes, but I mean, it's still more Lego superheroes.
It's Marvel.
It's Marvel. It's some Lego Marvel, so it's fine. It's just not as good as Lego Marvel Heroes. Like, it's not as smooth. It's not as smooth and just perfect as that game was.
Because they wanted to make it convoluted.
Yeah, it's convoluted the way they try to incorporate the movies. Because I see what they're doing. They're trying to make it feel like one narrative without just... Because like we said like a week ago, it's weird that they're not adapting all the movies, just kind of like picking and choosing which ones to adapt,
And then like this particular scene.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They're trying to make one narrative out of it, like using First Avenger as a flashback during the scene of Age of Ultron, not Age of Ultron, the First Avenger movie. And then try to use that all to spin back into Age of Ultron. So I see why they're doing this, because they're trying to, make the movies that they picked work in one narrative, but it still feels convoluted, Yeah. So it's kind of weird. But another odd thing is the voice acting is weird.
It's
because
the voice acting.
The voice acting is weird because like lately they've been doing like using actual audio tracks from the movie. You know, and for Lego Jurassic World, it was all right. It was kind of hit and miss, but that's mostly because they're going back to like 20-year-old movies and trying to get the audio from it. So it was kind of iffy on that. In Lego Avengers, it sounds great because these are like recent films, so they should be high quality audio takes they're getting.
Yeah.
Which they are good, but I don't know what it was. I think the actors have to approve of it. Their voice in the game.
Yeah.
Because all the main ones are there. Like, Chris Evans is still there. His audio's there. Robert Downey Jr.'s audio's there. Chris Hemsworth. All that's there. But, like, Gwyneth Paltrow wanted nothing to do with this, apparently. Because anytime her lines come up, it's not her.
Oh.
It's like someone else reading her lines. Because it's the same lines from the movie. but it's not her. It's not her voice.
Guess they didn't want
And I mean, I would understand if they made the character say different things, but it's not. She is saying the same thing she said in the movie, and it's just a different person saying it. Because like Bucky, it's not the same actor, but that's mostly because Bucky is saying different things because of the course of the level.
to.
So he is saying different things, so that I understand why they got a different voice actor. Of course, the voice actor they got for Bucky is terrible. It's like so high pitched and like, what? It's nothing like the movie.
It's nothing like the movie.
Nothing like the movie. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Nothing like the movie.
Nothing even close. Like, I wonder if they change the voice once you get to Winter Soldier. I mean, he doesn't talk that much in Winter Soldier,
Oh my god, right?
but I don't want like his one or two lines to be really high pitched and just like off point, you know.
I guess they want to make Bucky, you know, that happy-go-lucky, just like in the comics.
That's what they're going for, I guess. And then what was the other one they did? Yeah, Red Skull. It's a completely different voice, but that's mostly because they have Red Skull saying different things as you're playing.
Red Skull saying different things.
And like Baron Zemo is voiced by like Mark Hamill for some reason. I'm like, what? And I'm like, Mark Hamill doesn't even do the voice of the Joker in Lego Batman.
So, because Troy Baker does it, right?
Troy Baker is the voice of Batman
Oh my god.
in Lego Batman. I don't know who does the Joker in Lego Batman. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Mark Hamill's voice when I was playing this Captain America level.
It's sounding like you're not approving of this game.
It's not that I'm not approving this game. I'm just highlighting that it's not as good as Lego Marvel Heroes. It's just not a smooth experience. It's fine. It's Lego. You know, Lego games are, you know, a great formula that works. It's just I'm just saying there's just things that are off-putting about it.
Off-putting.
Off-putting, yeah.
You're not gonna think like you're not gonna platinum it right away as fast as you did before.
No, I mean I'm still taking my time with it. I'm still enjoying it. I mean, like I say, it's Lego, and I even bought the season pass. It's only $10. Yeah, I mean it's $10. I might as well just get so I get those other levels when they come out. So there's still some good stuff about it. They did get some original actors who come in and voice new lines. Like of course they got Greg Clark to come back and do Coulson, some new lines for Coulson. What's her name?
Coulson to say.
Yeah, Coulson's in the game and he has new lines, and of course he comes in to voice the new lines. Colby Summer comes in and does all new dialogue for
That's good.
Maria Hill, because Maria Hill is like a main character. Like she does all like the talking like during the loading screens.
Yep.
So she's very front and center in the game. So she came in and did all kind of new lines. I'm pretty sure that's what's her name, Haley Atwell for Agent Carter. I'm pretty sure that's her because that's all new lines too. She has.
That's cool.
So that's good. That's cool. They got some actors coming to do brand new lines. Also, the game's really funny.
They were really funny.
Like the game's really funny though. Like I like the humor is really good because like with Jurassic World was funny, but it wasn't the funniest Lego game because there just wasn't as much to work with. I think in the game
in terms of like jokes,
and what they can do with it, you know. But Lego Avengers is it's really funny. Like there's a lot of great sight gags, and like I said, it's just funny to hear like I said, Agent Carter come in. She has all this new dialogue, and it's really funny. She's just like on the intercom, like, "Is this working, Steve? Is this working? Steve." And it's like it's so funny because it's actually her coming in doing this, and it's like it's great. So I mean, there's still good stuff to it. Like it's one of the funnier Lego games I played, and the dialogue is great. I just think that some of the dialogue, like I said, it's just a little weird. Some of the voice acting and the structure of it's weird, but it's still good. It's still good.
The structure. What do you think of the open world at least? Though?
Well, I didn't play too much of the open world at least, because I didn't. Like I said, it's weird because you don't. Like I said, I don't think you get a map. I don't want to say there is no map to pull up, and there is, and I just don't know what button to press. But I press the touchpad, and when I press the touchpad, a thing pops saying, "Do you want to go back to space? Yes or no?" And that's it. And if you click yes, it brings you to space.
Maybe you have to hold it.
Maybe, I don't know, because I don't want to say there is no map and there is a map, and I'm just sound stupid. But so I want to see how big the map is, you know, in Manhattan to see if it's big or not. But no, right now you have this big radar with like a crap ton of dots on it that are like you have to like walk through to still unlock gold bricks and characters and stuff.
This Lego game is weird.
It is weird. It's just like Hmm. Not
Well,
bad. Like I said, I'm not saying this is a bad game. It's just I'm just letting you guys know. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It's not as good as Lego Marvel Heroes from what little I played of it.
I don't know. Maybe I mean you might like the it's more MCU based.
Yeah, I do like that because you know me, I love all MCU things. Um,
and like I'm excited to see like especially Age of Ultron getting adapted for Lego Marvel for
mhm.
Lego Avengers. I think that would work it well. I don't know. I mean, I'm excited. I'll maybe get it at a price reduction. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I didn't pay.
You
I
played a lot of
yeah,
the first Lego Marvel Heroes because it was a PS4 launch title.
yeah, I love the gameplay, the hell out of it. And yeah, I mean that's the thing. I didn't pay full price for this game either, so I'm not feeling like ripped off or anything. Like some people would be like, I paid $60 for this, and it's not as good as this game. And I'm like, well, I didn't pay full price for it. I got the Prime discount plus some other. I had some other Prime. I had some other Amazon credits, so I paid like $30 for this game. So I paid half price for it right off the bat. So
So is what was I gonna say? Wait, the Lego games are $60?
this one was.
You know, a key component here about this Lego game is
What?
that I guess they were able to have the rights to make this game.
Yeah, I mean Warner Brothers makes it. It's funny when the game loads. He's like Warner Brothers presents a Marvel game. It's like the Warner Brothers logo is followed by the Marvel logo.
And it's very nice of Disney, especially with the announcement of Lego Star Wars Episode 7 this week.
Yeah, that too. There's no Disney property.
Right?
Yeah,
In
Warner
that,
Brothers.
because basically EA has the monopoly on Star Wars games, but that's certainly not the case because TT.
This is like this. Well, I mean, same thing with Lego. Not Lego. Disney Infinity is not EA, and that still has Star Wars property in it.
Yeah, that. But you don't think that maybe opens an opportunity for maybe Lego Dimensions to have some Star Wars?
No, because that steps on the toes of like I said, it steps on the toes of Disney Infinity, the Toys to Life thing. It steps on
Yeah.
that game's toes because I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's still going to be separate. Because like I said, it's just this thing where like Warner Brothers develops the Lego Batman and they also Lego Marvel, but they're never going to make a Lego superhero game where it has both properties in it. Because there's no game out there that has both properties in it except Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet is the only game that has both the DC and Marvel license in it. Well, not now because if you didn't get
Not
it,
anymore.
yeah, if you didn't get it already, the Marvel costumes are gone. But if you did buy them, then yes, that's the one game where you can officially cross over DC and Marvel. But every other game that has messed with the license is kept it separate. Because it's just this thing where they don't want to mix them. It was same with the Lego Movie. The Lego Movie was through Warner Brothers. And yes, there was Star Wars in it, but there was no Marvel. And like they said that in interview straight up, like we didn't get permission to use Marvel characters. So there's that.
That's the step in the world of Lego.
Yep, in the world of Lego. Um, Dang, man, how are we already at an hour and 12 minutes?
Holy moly.
And we still got a lot to talk about.
Let's-
Do we have any questions this week, or do we answer them all as we went?
Do we answer them all? No.
We answered the Uncharted one, and we answered. I thought it was another one we did.
Well, it was about the Lego Star Wars, but we kind of answered about like how they're going to expand it to one game.
Okay, yeah. So
Now, Thomas just has a question about how likely is it that Bethesda will announce a new Elder Scrolls game at this year's E3 conference?
Okay, good. Yeah, that was one topic I had written down. So yeah, we've questioned this before, whether or not Bethesda will have an E3 panel or no conference. And yes, Bethesda will have a conference at E3. So yeah, this is really interesting because they also announced today that Doom is coming out on May 13th.
Yeah, just a bit before E3.
Before E3, yeah, and that's a Friday the 13th. Doom is coming out, and yeah,
They could have made that any more.
yeah, but
No delay now.
yeah, no delay. Gotta hit that Friday 13th. So yeah, I mean that's the thing because that was one thing we kind of assumed that if they did do a conference, that would be one of their highlights is Doom. Like, look, here's Doom, and it comes out in like 2 weeks because that was like always the rumored date was that it was coming out at the end of June,
Yep.
But now it's coming out in May, so it's just really weird because that's before E3. So now it's going to be like, oh, what are they going to show at E3? I mean, Dishonored 2 is guaranteed because that was what they
Yes,
teased
because
last year. So this is going to be like the big formal like showing of it. So that's going to be guaranteed.
Fallout DLC.
Fallout DLC. Maybe a new Wolfenstein game, or at least a tease of it.
Oh no, yeah, I expect something from Machine Games.
Yeah, some kind of tease of a
I'm
Wolfenstein
excited.
game.
Yeah, that would be my ultimate thing right there. Yeah, another Wolfenstein game. Oh, yes.
But
please.
but Elder Scrolls 6, no way. No.
Yeah, there's no
That ain't
chance.
happening.
I mean, unless it's like by another studio, but do you really think that
No.
Bethesda's going to hand Elder Scrolls?
No.
No. You don't think maybe an update on Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah, I mean, there might be some announcement of some like expansion to it or something, but as far as like a full blown Elder Scrolls 6, no, that ain't happening because Fallout 4 just came out this past year and they haven't put out any DLC for it yet. And you know how they are. They do not work on a game until the DLC is done. Because that's what they said for Fallout 4. They didn't work on it until all the Skyrim DLC was done.
Thanks. So the sad part for people, like, yeah, sure, maybe Elder Scrolls, oh my gosh, 6?
Yeah.
Is like at least in the idea phases and like it's at least in pre-production, but like honestly, it's not even like full steam ahead yet.
Yeah. So I mean, this game's a ways off, so it's just sorry for people who are begging for Elder Scrolls 6. You ain't getting it anytime soon.
No, just
keep playing Fallout 4
or Elder Scrolls Online,
or Elder Scrolls
Online.
Online.
Which just isn't a joke anymore because Elder Scrolls Online has turned to be a good game.
Yeah, people like that game.
So it's no longer a joke about like let's talk about Elder Scrolls Online. Everyone leaves. No, it's actually like something compelling that people care about now. So it's no longer a laughingstock in the MMO world.
Yeah. So
that's good. But I'm most excited for Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some type of tease for Wolfenstein.
I hope so. Yeah, because fantastic. Machine Games, very promising.
I'm assuming it's gonna be on the level of Dishonored 2 last year. You just get like that CG trailer type thing, and that's kind of it.
I'm excited to see where the story goes. You beat the New Order?
Not yet.
Oh my lord! Well, it is a long game, so I'm not gonna bash you on it. It's a long game.
Yeah.
So yeah, but so
I did play all of the. I finished all of the Old Blood, but I never finished the New Order.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Like those two campaigns mixed together is like that's like a long game.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, at least you got Doom coming out. Doom slick, kind of keeping that vein of like really kind of fast-paced slick shooter.
Yeah, Doom. I'm excited for it. I don't think it'll be anything that'll set the world on fire, but I think Doom is going to be good.
Yeah, Doom looks great.
Yeah, and then the multiplayer is going to keep people in for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be great. I'm excited for it. Don't get me wrong. But, we'll see about it.
Yeah, and we'll see about the Bethesda conference. It's going to be interesting. I mean, the two guarantees are Fallout DLC and Dishonored 2. Everything else is just maybe like
up in the air.
Up in the air, yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty confident in Wolfenstein, some type of Wolfenstein announcement. But yeah, absolutely no Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, sorry.
Elder Scrolls Online, maybe, probably, but no Elder Scrolls 6. Sorry, no Elder Scrolls 6 this year.
Dang, so like hypothetically, Elder Scrolls 6 would be like such a long gap since 5. Like, let's say like an Elder Scrolls 6 was to come out like in 2018. Dang, 7 years.
7 years.
7 long years. That's longer than the gap between 4 and 5.
Well, I mean, what was the gap between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4?
True. So it's like, it's a rotation.
Well.
It's like, oh, each one of them has like a really long development cycle.
Well,
5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah, so it was 7 years.
There you go.
So 7 years each game.
7 years. You heard it right here. Elder Scrolls 6 coming in 2018.
So I figured out the release formula of Bethesda games. So if anybody keeps asking, oh, where's Elder Scrolls? Where are Elder Scrolls? Look at history.
Yep, coming 2018.
Look at Wikipedia pages of when the games were released and be like, okay, so hypothetically, Elder Scrolls 6 will come out in 2018.
Yep.
And if it's lucky and it doesn't get delayed, which it probably wouldn't because Bethesda's smart with their game announcements, it would be in 2018.
Yep. So there you go. Let me answer that question. So
And
that's
they're going to
good.
show it when it's ready.
Yep. So that's
They're
good.
going to
That's
show you some storyboards or like concept art.
yeah. So yeah, that was a good question. It covered 2 or 3 topics I had written down: the Bethesda thing and Doom being announced.
Doom being announced.
Well, release date announced. I should clarify. Let me see what else I got because we are over the hour mark now. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3 things left to talk about, and 2 of them are pretty big. So I might have to save those for next week. The other one just like a quick little kind of heads up PSA thing. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 had a new update this week, and it was over 9
that's the
gigabytes.
deal. Holy.
Yeah, it was a over 9 gigabyte update because it actually added in the map pack to your game.
So basically, if you just buy it, it just unlocks it.
Yes, that's what they're doing.
Ugh.
That's what they're doing with this game. So even if you don't want to buy those map packs, you're still downloading them.
So it's just basically locked out for me. I just have to shell out the $15.
Yeah.
I hate that kind of DLC.
Well, I mean, it's good if you already planned on buying it, so this way it's kind of like preloading the DLC in a way. But if you're like me and you just don't care, it sucks that you have to sit here and download a 9 gig update for this game, you know? Even though I really don't want the DLC.
Well, I don't think it even matters to you in general. Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
And that train is already going, and I'm missing it.
Yeah, I mean, I play every once in a while. My friends get on and play. So it's one of the things where I need to keep it updated so I can play online with them.
And it's not like, oh, let's play, and then you're like, oh, a 9 gigabyte patch.
9 gigabyte. Sorry, people, I can't play tonight or tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Or tomorrow.
That's a perfect like PSN motto for updates. Sorry guys, I can't play tonight. I mean tomorrow. Cool.
Still downloading that 9 gig update, man. So
Power PlayStation. But speaking of updates, the Rock Band 4 patch also came out this week.
Yes, it did.
Very important update. Now, Living Room Clutter, our sister podcast, probably already covered the deets on it.
Yes,
but
go check that out.
The fact of the matter is, it's definitely has improved its audio quality drastically.
I have not played it since the update came out, so I can't say.
There are YouTube videos showing pre and installed patches of what the audio sounds like in the game. Now, it might not be night and day, but since I'm very particular, getting to know, like, especially how Rock Band 3 sounded compared to 4, you'll definitely notice a difference, and it just packs a lot more of a punch once you get to play it, like, in a living room setting and just play it over some loudspeakers. So I'm excited to go home and try it out this weekend, so I'll probably have some impressions of the patch at least next week.
You're ready to?
I mean, I'm going home this weekend, but I won't really have much to play since I'm only there for a day and a half. But I'll be playing the Rock Band 4 patch.
Yeah, you're ready to have gone home.
Yeah, I'm ready. Well, I won't be able to grow home.
Not grow home. You can go on home.
Yeah, gone.
Not grammatically correct, but you can go on home.
Yeah, I've been gone home, but I'll return this weekend. But I won't really be able to play much at all because I don't want to get into anything because it's only a day and a half. I could get into Gone Home, speaking of which, but I don't think that's in the cards. And I'm sure you're going to play Firewatch next week, but I probably won't be able to play it until...
I'll play Firewatch, have my impressions for it. Because that was another thing I wanted to give you guys this week. I want to give you my impressions of The Division, and that's a long discussion. So.
Oh my god, yeah, you're probably going to have to give your impressions of The Division later.
Yeah, I'm going to have to...
Someone else that played The Division.
Yeah, I'm going to put that off for next week, because I really do want to talk about The Division, but I'll have to bring it up next week, because we are well over the hour mark now, and we haven't even talked about The Division yet. So I'll have to put a pin in that, save that for next week. I'll do that and go over Firewatch. At least I gave you some Lego Avenger impressions. So I gave you some game impressions this week to show you guys we do play games. We're a gaming podcast. Yeah. We have to play games and talk about that at some point. The actual gaming process.
I think that's about it that I can think of.
Yeah, that's
Just to
about it
wrap
for
up
now. Like I said,
today.
I covered all the news. Like I said, we just didn't get to talk about the division. We'll do that next week.
Yeah, talk about Division. I mean, that's still getting in people's heads, and people are enjoying it so far.
Yes.
I don't think it'll be any news that, oh man, this Division game sucked. No.
What? No, it was awesome.
Yeah, well, no, I thought you were, wait, no.
Oh. Oh. No. Doing that thing. But yeah. So yes, to go to the wrap up. So with that, this has been the PSBS, the PlayStation Podcast, episode 49. Yeah, so like I said, if you want questions, we answer questions all the time. We can submit it in a multitude of ways. You can comment directly on the YouTube video. You can message us on YouTube. You can message us directly on PSN at Body Boys or Double Is. There's a Facebook fan page you can go check out. You can like it, comment, send a message on that, which we got some more likes this week. It's getting some traction on the Facebook page. I got like 2 likes, one yesterday and one before. Oddly enough, other podcasts are liking our page. So I guess like a
From Dave?
podcast. No. A podcast community is coming together. What else? So there's that. We are on iTunes, brought to you by dayspace.com. The guys bring you Living Room, Clutter, and Character Crunch. They support us doing the iTunes channel. So you can check out their podcast. You can check out our podcast on iTunes. MP3 stream right to your phone and all that. But also we are, of course, on YouTube, which is the first place to see new episodes of the PSBS, including this one. So, yeah, with that, I'm your host, Code TPS and Bye Boys. My co-host here is
Andrew Reus. Double Is. Everyone have a good week. Stay safe. Be happy. Play games.
Yes, and
unlike me.
Yes, and if you're in the southern area, enjoy your Mardi Gras break.
Yeah, that too. And I don't know, just be careful out there.
Yeah, be careful out there. Just be careful. Enjoy.
It's a dangerous world.
Be careful.
Full of people.
Well.
And rad roaches.
Rad roaches.
No rad roaches.
No rad roaches. Get your BB gun ready. But yeah, enjoy. And like I said, enjoy your break if you have one, and go play some games. So with that, this has been the PSBS episode 49.